Would you like to know why we are here?
Yes.
So we're showing, did you see already a little bit?
I couldn't see it, the sun was hitting it.
Okay, now we see it.
Yeah.
So what's happening there?
Cows.
Cows, yes. So the cow baby is taken away from the mother cow, and do you know why that happens?
Is it for veal or is it?
Well, yes, also for veal, but also both. Actually, the veal industry and the milk industry are one and the same.
Right.
So this is why we're not here to promote vegetarianism, but veganism. Do you know what veganism is?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's huge. I'm from Canada. Everyone's a
Awesome.
vegan.
So are you a vegan?
No, I'm not.
So why not?
No, I have a hard time eating vegan. I'm allergic to nuts and lentils.
Okay.
So a lot of vegan food has that kind of stuff
Well,
in it. So I don't eat a ton of
A
it,
lot of
but
maybe alternative products maybe have that in there.
Yeah, I try to make lots of choices that are plant-based, but I can't fully eat it.
You can't, or do you think that you just are too comfortable? Because I know a couple of people with 100 allergies who say this is so terrible. There's no justification for that.
I can only make the amount of choices that I'm able to.
No, I think you can make more actually, because you will not suffer and die if you don't eat lentils anymore. Like, you don't have to eat lentils if you're allergic to them. You can still be vegan because you can eat fruits, beans, grains, nuts, seeds, potatoes, starches, all other products that are for hyperallergic people out there. So why are you paying for the systematic enslavement and murder of animals still?
Yeah, I try to buy more sustainable products, but it's not my personal responsibility.
Of course it is your personal responsibility. If you pay for slaughterhouses, then you are responsible for what happens in them. And would you like to trade places with the animals?
No.
No. So what will you do from now on?
I'll continue to make good choices.
Will you go vegan, or will you be an animal murderer?
I guess I'm killing animals.
You are enslaving, murdering, and holocausting the animals. Yeah. I can only say, imagine that exactly that would happen to you. I think that would feel absolutely terrible. Go vegan now if you don't want that to happen to yourself.
Thank you.
Would you like to know why we are here?
Yeah.
So we're here to show how animals are being enslaved for the things that we eat and for the things that we wear.
Oh, okay.
And we're here to talk about veganism.
Yeah.
So what do you feel when you see these images?
Oh yeah, I'm a vegetarian already.
Okay, yeah.
So I've read the books and yeah. I'm already.
So why do you think that being vegetarian is better than not being vegetarian?
Well, I don't think it's a statement. I don't think it should be a judgment.
It is a judgment.
For me, that feels better.
So do you think that people who inflict suffering upon other individuals just for their fun and taste pleasure are worse people than people who say they don't want to do that? Animal torturers. I judge animal torturers.
I see what you're saying.
I think you do too.
Yeah.
So, but again, why did you choose to go vegetarian and not vegan? Why do you think that vegetarianism helps in any way or is good for the animals? Because this is vegetarianism.
Yeah. But just for me, vegetarianism made sense for me. I couldn't go all the way vegan.
But why not? Why do you think that vegetarianism is better than eating meat?
Oh, it's better than eating meat?
Why?
Well, because I don't want to contribute to...
But you contribute to murder, to mass enslavement, to a Holocaust. Yeah, so that's what you're contributing to as a vegetarian. So that's exactly the same that you're contributing to as a person who eats meat. So it makes no sense to me, and I just want to understand, why did you go vegetarian and not vegan?
Because that's what I could do sustainably, where I live and what I have access to. Okay. In terms of...
So are you an Inuit? Do you live on the North Caps?
I'm not an Inuit.
So you probably have internet and a supermarket, right?
Yes.
So you can probably buy fruits, grains, beans, nuts. So you can be vegan.
I can be vegan.
Yeah, so you can be vegan, yeah. So what's your justification to contribute to mass murder?
I don't have a justification.
That's very honest. Yeah. And that's a state that we all went through. That's a very bad feeling, actually, and it's called cognitive dissonance.
Yes.
And I'm trying to give you a guilty conscience, and you can only make it yourself, this guilty conscience, because you know what you're doing is actually... It's not in alignment with your values that you do not want to contribute to this. Because you already told me you kind of think it sucks.
Yeah.
So this is your moral stance that you do not want to inflict unnecessary suffering, and you are inflicting unnecessary suffering.
That's right, yeah.
So this is cognitive dissonance.
I understand, yes.
So do you know what the wonderful part about being vegan is?
There's no cognitive dissonance.
There's no cognitive dissonance. So
I will think about it.
But the thing is, as long as you're thinking about it, you should be vegan during the thinking process, because if you're thinking about it but you're not vegan, you're inflicting the suffering.
I see what you're saying.
So rather choose the side of not violence before you choose for the right?
Yeah, it's a good argument.
Can I give you a card?
Yeah, sure.
Please watch this movie. It's called Dominion. We're anonymous for the voiceless. We're giving the voiceless a voice.
Okay.
And I think that you're actually lovely with your morals because you're against this, but you're not enough. No. And the thing is, I don't want you to go more vegetarian or eat less, because as long as you're still an animal torturer.
Right, I understand.
We don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. Please go vegan now.
Okay.
Thank you. You're lovely. Have a great vegan life. Don't forget vitamin B12. It's essential for us.
Yes.
Awesome. Goodbye. Yeah. Would you like to know why we are here?
Well, I can guess.
Why?
Animals and how they mistreat them.
Exactly. So actually, it's a little bit more broad. We're here to show that animals are being enslaved for the things that we eat and for the clothes that we wear. And we're here to talk about veganism, you know? So what do you feel when you see that? Angry. And you? Sad and angry, yeah. So what do you think the animals feel? Worse even. So they can suffer, right? Like you and we are also animals, different, but they're also. So do you know what speciesism is?
What?
Speciesism?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe in Spanish.
No, it's okay. Racism, you know, right?
Yes.
Okay. So racism is, we can treat black people like slaves because they're just black. Sexism is, we can treat women like slaves because they're just women. And speciesism is, we can treat the other animals like slaves because they're not human. So you're against racism, right? And what we do here, imagine that those animals in these industries were human. What would you call it? Murder?
Maybe.
Yeah. And we already said they can suffer like us. So you would never pay for eggs from a human that suffered like this, or from milk from a human mother that had to give away her baby. So, but that doesn't make any sense if you're against racism, right? Then you must be against speciesism. I know it's abstract, right? But do you understand the parallels? Yeah? And the second form of speciesism is saying, dogs, cute pets, you know? You would never eat a dog. But then again, cows, fuck the cows, they're just cows, fuck the pigs, chickens, So it's absurd, and it's exactly the same kind of oppression that we do in all the other form of discriminations. And we are here to say this needs to stop. So how can you stop contributing to speciesism? How?
I think that it's really difficult, like a difficult topic, because I think that it's already like normalized.
It is normalized, yes.
So it's difficult to change.
Do you think that we have to eat animal products for health?
I don't think that we must. We can just reduce it or find another way to reduce.
Actually, is there a good way to produce dead animals? No. So there is no good way, no matter how utopic the farm. At the end of the day, it's a slave, you know. So there's no good way to do the wrong thing. But since we don't need it for health, we're all vegan, and I've been vegan since 6 years, and there's been great studies done, so we can be big and strong. The only vitamin that we do not have in plants is vitamin B12, and that is also supplemented to the animals, and we can also just supplement it to ourselves because we're also animals. So I take it in the form of a toothpaste. It's already in there, and you can take it by drops and stuff, so it's easy and simple and safe. So if we don't do it for health reasons, why do you think until now are you not a vegan? Why? Family, yes. Tradition. What did you say? Tradition, yes, and maybe taste, because we like the taste. Yeah. So we already did 2 reasons. There are only 4 reasons why you're not vegan. Tradition, habit, convenience, taste.
Yeah.
Bring! Are those good reasons for this? For speciesism, for oppression? Good reasons? No. So what will you do from now on?
I think that maybe be more aware of this.
Be more aware, but still do it?
I don't know. I don't think I can change it because I am still I eat what my parents eat.
But do your parents tie you down to the stool and force it into you? Or can you say...
They don't force it.
They don't force it.
Maybe if I tell them that I want to not eat. meat.
Social convenience, we had the reason, but is that a good reason? You said no. Social convenience is not. Imagine that your parents are racist and they want you to be racist with them.
Yeah.
Would you do it or would you say no?
I would say no.
You say no, but your parents are now forcing you to be speciesist. What do you do?
Yeah. Like I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Can I give you a card for more information? Please look at this movie. It's called Dominion. Look at it with your parents. We are anonymous for the voiceless. On here you find a movie called Dominion. It shows what happens for milk, dairy, cheese and eggs, the truth. Show it to your parents. But even if your parents say no, my parents said no and I said fuck you. You can use a phone, you can find recipes, you can find restaurants, you have your own money probably already. You can buy chickpeas, rice. When you can use a rice cooker and buy chickpeas, you'll be fine. Oats with soy milk and you have breakfast. Fruits are everywhere available at home, I guess already. So you are not anymore a toddler. You can say no. If you want a boyfriend and your parents are against the boyfriend, you'll say fuck you, this is my boyfriend. And these are your morals, so stand up for them and just be vegan for the animals.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. For a vegan world. Goodbye.
Bye.
Happens in all slaughterhouses all across the world. Just for milk, just for cheese. Is that worth it?
No, absolutely not.
Do you think that we have to eat animal products to be healthy?
Well, some elements, yes, but we don't need to torture animals this way.
What elements do we have to eat from animal products that we cannot get from a vegan diet? That's a fair answer. I didn't know for long, and I also thought that we have to eat meat for health, and I was like, oh, it's terrible, I can look, but it's necessary. That's what I thought.
Wait, I need to translate.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Allora, in pratica, sembra come noi stiamo abusando degli animali. Ok, sì, questo è. Ecco, e in pratica ci ha chiesto quali sono gli elementi che ci servono nel corpo che non usano gli animali in questo modo. They don't know.
Okay, so fair enough. There is great studies have been done, and the greatest uniformity of evidence-based nutrition, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, has stated clearly that we can be physiologically adequate, physiologically healthy vegans in any stage of life, toddlers or while you're still suckling your child or as a very sporty person. So we're all vegan here. I've been vegan since 6 years. I am happy, I'm healthy. I've just done my blood results. The only vitamin that we do not have in a plant-based diet is vitamin B12. Maybe you've heard of it already. And vitamin B12, we can supplement that by taking drops or pills or taking a toothpaste where it is inside. So we don't have to actually do this for health. So why do you think, honestly, are you not a vegan yet? What comes to your mind? What's the reason?
Maybe the food that they promote, like
yes.
cheeseburger.
Yeah, promotion, that's great. Mm-hmm. It's like our culture, our tradition, it's that what they promote. And there's also a big industry behind all of this. They don't want you to have these conversations, yeah? But our tradition and taste, good reasons for this. Our tradition, no, it's terrible, yes? Sorry. But the thing is, if we can't look at it, why is it good enough for that what we eat? It's not. And veganism isn't only a diet, it's a moral philosophy. Do you know what racism is? I guess you do. So racism, for example, used to be, and that's a classical example, was we treat people who have different skin colors or cultures like slaves because they have different skin colors or cultures. And sexism, the same with, they're just women. And here we say, they're just animals. And this is called speciesism. So if we're against discrimination, if we're against oppression, can we be non-vegan and be against discrimination? Does that work? Actually, it does not. So that's why I always say, hey, if we're LGBTQ warriors, if we're for Black Lives Matter, we have to say the animals we suffer as one. We all bleed in the same color. Also the animals, they bleed in the same color. And that's what we're trying to tell you. So what will you do now?
You good?
It's so great that you react to this and not say, I'll get a burger, you know? That shows that you have a heart. Can I give you a card for more information?
Yeah, sure.
So we're anonymous for the voiceless. We're here to give the animals a voice. Please look at the movie that's on this site. It's called Dominion. But do you think that you can go vegan now?
I think so.
Just remind yourself of this conversation, of these images. If you have a heart, then please choose against discrimination. It's so easy for us, but it's so hard for them. And only we can free them. You have the human privilege. The human privilege. Thank you so much for your great hearts. Goodbye. Would you like to know why we are here?
Slowly, please.
Would you like to know why we do this?
Yes.
Yes?
Can you tell me?
Yes. So we show how animals are being abused as slaves for the things that we eat and the things that we wear.
Okay.
And we're here to talk about veganism. Do you know what veganism is?
Yes, I know.
Yes?
No, eat meat and everything.
And not wear and not zoos, yes. So what do you feel in your heart when you see this? Pain. And do you think the animals also feel pain? Yeah, so they can suffer like you. You are also animal. We are animals, right?
I understand.
Yes. So why does this happen? Does this have to? Is it necessary? Does it have to happen? Do we need to eat meat?
Maybe because.
Do you know or do you think? Yes, but okay, but for health, yes or not?
No. For health.
Do we need to drink milk or cheese for health? No. So we can be vegan, healthy, right?
Yeah.
We're all vegan. He, muscle, also vegan. He, muscle, also vegan. Yes. So for health, no.
I understand.
Yeah. But is taste, enjoyment a good reason for enslavement?
Veganism is good, but we like it.
Yes, but I ask you, is it good if I like to eat your meat? Is it okay that I kill you? No. So is it okay that I kill them just because they're not human?
I understand.
So is it okay? No. So if you say it's not okay, but you do it, then you are a hypocrite. Hypocrite, yes, you know.
I know.
So the best thing about being vegan is no longer hypocrites. Yes?
Okay, thank you.
Can I give you a card for more information?
Maybe.
Look at this together, okay? It shows the truth. It shows what you do when you're not vegan. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Please, for the animals, as long as you're not vegan, you're a hypocrite and you're brutal. Okay, goodbye. About that?
Yeah. So it was like wind.
Yeah. No, we're showing how animals are being used as slaves for the things that we eat and for the things that we wear. And we're here to talk about veganism. So what do you think that these animals feel on their way to the slaughterhouse, for example?
Oh, I mean, I think that animals should be treated more properly in a farm. And, well, we need to stop... fewer
eating less animal products.
Yes, and well, in a fashion, it's like in Russia and Ukraine, in Slavic countries, women like to wear special
fur,
natural fur.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like makes me cry because I mean, to make this fur, they need to cut it from a living animal.
It's funny how something like fur makes us cry, but eating meat and cheese and dairy and eggs every day is normal for us, you know. For me it was also normal, but do you think that it is necessary for you to eat animal products?
Well, yeah, because I have, I need to eat, not maybe so much, but I need to eat because my doctor prescribed me too, because I have iron. Iron.
So it's actually funny because most of the iron that you consume right now already comes from the plant-based foods that you eat, so from whole wheat products or from legumes, but there is no necessity to eat dead bodies to get iron. Actually, the iron that is in meat is heme iron. Yes, we take it up a little more easily, but it's also correlated with most of our chronic diseases such as obesity, such as stroke risk, heart disease risk. But nevertheless, we know that we can get enough iron, even as a woman who bleeds regularly, from a purely plant-based diet. I myself am a doctor. I have studied medicine. We do not learn about nutrition in medicine, so probably your doctor also does not know, and he just believes the myths that says, yes, you need to eat meat for iron.
Meat for having iron.
Some doctors learn a little bit more as if they specialize it, but even then, who makes these curriculums for doctors? The pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
So there is nearly no doctor that will prescribe you a whole food plant-based diet for health, even though we know evidence-based medicine that you can prevent and treat most of our chronic diseases with a whole food, plant-based, low-fat, high-carb diet, which is also something that goes against the mainstream thought, where everyone is just like, just meat, no potatoes. This is absurd. This is exactly the other way around. But long story short, I had an anemia before I went vegan because I was underweight. You're also a very slim woman. Maybe it comes also from that, you know? So even if you eat too little or if you bleed a lot, there are many reasons that can lead to anemia, but not eating dead bodies does not have to be one of them. Yeah? So it's would you kill the animal yourself for iron, or would you take a supplement or try to find another solution?
Yeah, I think another solution.
Yeah.
But I mean, if supplements does not work, as you said, but is it possible to just replace it all with a plant of food made of plants?
Well, of course, if you have like a grave disease of your bowels, for example, where you bleed all the time, then you will have to eat a lot of these very iron-rich foods, for example, chickpeas or whole wheat products, and always combine them with an lemon. Vitamin C helps the resorption of iron, so that's also important, and that you consume very little caffeine, because coffee and black tea, great, because that stops the resorption of iron. So of course, if you have a very bad disease like that, then you will have to eat a lot of that, but maybe you have that, but then there's the possibility of supplements and also injections. Injections have some problems sometimes, but if you're, let's say, normal, then you will not need all these things, all these steps. You will just have to look up in the internet which plant-based foods are very iron-rich, eat a lot of them, and especially maybe even eat more than you usually eat, because maybe it is also because you are underweight. That can also be a reason for many people why they're iron deficient. For me it was. I don't know if it was for you, yes?
I mean, I think yes, because I mean, I just, no, I need to put up a little bit weight. Maybe, yeah. Are you, have I like, should I sign something or a petition?
No. We don't want your money, we don't want your signature, we just want you to say, okay, I could never do this myself and this is terrible. Imagine that you were at that place. We don't want you to go vegetarian, we don't want you to reduce. We want you to stop
to a problem. Yeah.
No, we want you to go vegan. This is my goal. This is our goal here, to talk to people so that they go vegan, so that they make someone else go vegan. Because do you know racism?
Yeah.
And you're against racism, right? Yes, of course, because it is irrational and cruel and oppression. And this, what we have here, is called speciesism. So let's, for example, put human babies in this situation. But they're just another species. Of course, they may be a little bit more intelligent later on, but they can suffer. You know, they are individuals like you and me. And we used to say, they're just black people. They're just women. And now they're just animals.
Like in a like existing farm. So we could actually, it's impossible to replace every farm, like to shut it down. But I mean, I think that oh my god. But yeah, what we are showing here is like
it's normal. It's 99%. And this utopia of the happy friendly farm, where does the cow end that comes from the happy friendly farm? As soon as she does not give milk anymore, she is killed. Her baby is also taken away for the milk and the cheese, and you know. So, and the same thing with hens. All the hens that lay eggs, they're also killed after 1 to 2 years, no matter how happy the farm. Yes, there are maybe some exceptions, but the thing is, as long as we're not vegan, we say it's okay to use animals. And these industries didn't happen from overnight, and no, they will not stop overnight, but we can stop overnight. You can, you know? And you just said it's impossible that this will all stop. I don't think it's impossible. We used to say it's impossible that slavery ends. There was hundreds of years abolitionists, you know, and now we are abolitionists against this. But on which side of history do you want to stand on from now on? Will you support this, or will you go vegan?
Well, I think that a little bit vegan, like, I mean, step by step.
A little bit racist.
No.
A little bit speciesist, a little bit brutal. Does that work? Step by step?
But I mean, not you actually. I mean, it's very hard to overnight to replace such product. I mean, I think that's step by step, because I mean your organism get used to it. I mean, it's like drugs.
Yeah, well, comfort and habit, that's something that you're used to.
Yeah.
But your organism, there is no, you will not suddenly say, I need eggs. Like, you will not crawl into the supermarket like that. So no, it's safe as long as you eat enough, and as long as you don't just stop eating animal products and don't replace them, then you will of course lose weight and be very unhealthy. That's a problem that so many people have, and they say, veganism made me sick. Yes, of course, if you only eat salad. But as long as you replace the proteins that you eat right now with good, healthy, plant-based protein, of course you can stop overnight. And it is my goal, of course, to get you to stop right now, because as long as you're not vegan, you support something that you're against. And you don't want that. The animals don't want that, and that's even more important. For us, it's a little discomfort. I get that. It's shit, now I'm vegan. What do I do now? What do I buy? What do I do? I hate it. I have to buy something new, recipes. But it's never more difficult for us with our human privilege than for the animals to stand at the slaughterhouse if you don't do it. That's all. Can I give you a card for more information?
Yeah, sure.
So this is...
it's your initiative, yes?
Yeah, exactly. It's called Anonymous for the Voiceless. We're here to give the animals a voice because you do not hear their screams. Watch this movie on there. It shows all the industries for food especially. And if you think that this is too bad for your eyes...
Yeah, I think, I know there's other initiative. It's called PETA.
Oh, there are a lot, yes.
Yeah, it's in UK, yeah?
The PETA is all over the world. People for ethical treatment of animals. And we can only treat animals ethically if we don't use them as slaves. And that's by being vegan.
I often receive emails from PETA, but I said it was only for UK.
No, it's all over the world. It's all over the world, yeah. And Anonymous for the Voices is also all over the world. Yeah. Every bigger city probably has a chapter. So look it up if you want to get active. That's the next step. Because you have the human privilege, you can free the animals. They cannot free themselves. Only we, if we speak up for them.
Yeah, and also not for only for the food, but also for cosmetics industry.
Zoos, you know. Yeah. Speciesism is so many levels of oppression. Yeah. Yes, but you will start to see the world differently now. Like a person eating a hot dog will be something so, oh my God, what is he doing? A person buying a dog, that's slavery, you know. You will start to see all these things.
From like breeding fat.
Yeah, breeding fat. If you adopt a dog, that's okay. By the way, if you have dogs or cats, you can also feed them a vegan diet. They can, yes, and you should do that because otherwise you're slitting somebody else's throat for them every day. So it's safe for cats and dogs, and there's also vegan food. As long as they get all the nutrients, just like for you, as long as you get all the nutrients, it's safe. Of course, it's unnatural, but what the hell is natural anymore? Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great time in Vienna and a great vegan life. Goodbye.